chapter is titled What We're Afraid Of, and the cover story continues with Yamato being thanked by Raizo. Once more, the chapters lead into one another as we continue with the scene between Sommers and Sol. It's revealed that Sol knows Sommers is the Holy Knight in a brief flashback to him instructing Robin and Chopper to stay hidden. Sommers is disappointed that Sol survived the Ohara incident, since it makes the government look bad. He seems to notice something, and at first we are led to believe he may have noticed Robin and Chopper hiding in Sol's hair, but it seems that Gunko has arrived. Gunko has captured the Straw Hat crew, and while Sommers wonders if this means they will also be taken hostage, killing him reminds them not to make Straw Hat Luffy mad. So proud of our boy that he's gotten to the point where the Holy Knights are wary of him on reputation alone. Nami is mad and blames Jinbei, who is calmly hatching a plan. Nami, I understand you're frustrated, but you're all culpable here. Just because Jinbei is the strongest among you doesn't mean he can't also be taken by surprise by some tricky powers. In any case, Brook wonders if there's something familiar about Gunko. This leads into the reveal that Gunko wants to take Brook as a slave, because she is a fan of sulking. We get some great reactions from the other present Straw Hats before Sommers reminds Gunko that they're trying not to fight with Luffy. It's still so funny to me that they think they can somehow avoid Luffy's wrath if they just incapacitate the Straw Hats and otherwise leave them alone. Luffy by this point likely sees Elbaf, the entire island, as his friends. You already lost when you took the kids hostage. Why am I explaining this? Villains never learn. They always make some variation of the same few mistakes, and to be fair, it's not like they quite understand yet, but this is Luffy's world and you're just living in it. Anyway, Brook stands up to Gunko, reiterating his devotion to his captain, and getting kicked in retaliation for it. Sommers then begins his broadcast to all of Elbaf, revealing that the events are the doing of the Holy Knights, and that they've taken 10 children as hostages, and beaten up Sol for good measure. Words can't do enough to express my disdain for these guys, by the way. As Sommers prepares to name the hostages, they wake the children up so that they now know the situation they are in. Many of the children begin to whine, but Colin tells them not to do so, because he is here, and he is a warrior. Even so, the Sleeptids scare him too. The giant warrior pirates are starting to get overwhelmed by 2 particular Sleeptids that resemble the wives of 2 of the giant pirates. Well, that's what I could gather from the dialogue and the visuals. I thought there was only one mother among the Sleeptids, but apparently there's 2 now. It's confirmed at this stage that one of them is Bent's mum, and apparently the giants also fear this woman. We get 3 apologising to the wife gags back to back, which are all kind of funny, though it's less the jokes themselves that made me laugh, but the ridiculousness of these lines coming from seemingly nowhere. It's an apology for going out drinking, one for not taking out the trash, and one for eating the guest food. In any case, Sommers continues his proclamations, beginning a dialogue with Chief Jarl, the closest Elbaf currently has to a leader. Ripley heads towards the crashed Svar, with Frankie, Lilith and Bonnie still in tow. Sommers states that the Holy Knight's goal is to make the giants slaves in battle. Again, this is going to backfire on you worse than you can imagine. Villains never realize the grave errors they make until it's too late. Anyway, Sommers is about to name all the hostages, and we get a small graphic demonstrating that several previously fractured groups are now together, as Ripley and Frankie are near the giant warrior pirates, and the Straw Hats that Gunko fought are now in the same area as Robin and Chopper. So Killingham watches as Ange is made to give the names of the kidnapped children. The first name we get is a known quantity, Jarl's great-great-granddaughter Ylva. Among the 8 others, we get reactions that Olav has a grandpa that is worried for him among the giant warrior pirates, and Ronya has a father among the villagers. This is assuming that the reactions immediately follow the character named. With that acknowledged, we also have Scaldy, Karen, Mag, Johanna, and Bjorn. There is also the kid named Bent, who was mentioned earlier in the chapter as being afraid of his mum. It's also worth noting that Johanna, the only kid in the group with horns, explicitly states that she has no parents that she is aware of. I have no extensive theories right now, but I'm keeping that detail in mind. Sommers adds Colin to the group, making it 10, and also talking up the kid's attempt to save his friends. This causes Ripley to react with shock, and Gaban to be proud of his son's heroism. But things are far from over, as Sommers begins to give his demands. He wants Elbaf to burn down its library, or they will eliminate the hostages. Ange is horrified by this demand, and shouts about how much it means to Elbaf, which disgusts Sommers. Luckily I don't have to dwell on how horrible this guy is, because we end the chapter on Robin and Gaban leaving their groups, determined not to let the Holy Knights win. This was an excellent chapter in terms of establishing the conflict in a concrete way. Now everyone in Elbaf knows what is going on, and it is very clear to me as a reader where the story is going from here. I look forward to what is going to happen as a result. Let me know what you thought of the chapter in the comments, and here's today's lyric quiz. There are times when all the world's asleep, that questions run too deep for such a simple man. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video.